Wunderbar, wunderbar. Are you ready, my friend? I hope that little operatic interlude.
If you're not awake now,
yeah,
you are now.
You are now. Gears of War, my word. Back for another one.
Gears of War Judgment, son.
What are we judging?
Well,
Monsters, say.
there's you, yourself.
The third person. Now, if you're playing a third-person game, you have to talk about we have to talk about each other in the third person.
Yeah, we have to talk about the game in third person.
How did Grant like the game?
Well, Grant enjoyed the game very much.
Graham wants to know. What have they done? It looks awesome. Visually, it looks incredible. I had a bit of a play now. It feels very comfortable. What's new about Judgment?
Okay, so Gears of War Judgment is pretty much Gears of War 4 in the Gears of War series. It's become a staple in the franchise on Xbox 360. Gears of War 1 hit the scene with an explosion.
It was epic.
It was incredible, and they've just been refining it every time a new release comes out. And they've really got it down with Gears of War Judgment. As you can see, there's the skull on the wall over here. Mm-hmm. And how this works is they've jazzed up the single-player campaign. You can add new challenges to get extra stars when you play.
Because we were talking about this. My initial experience of Gears of War was a little bit lackluster playing it on my own. You know, when you weigh it up against your Modern Warfare and other games like that, just felt like the gaming experience wasn't up to scratch. But you said it generally is a much better game to play with your mates. But now they're kind of bringing it back to a better experience as an individual.
Yes, no, look, it's all about playing with your friends. Gears of War is a split-screen, generally, game, and it's all about playing with your mates. And
Judge him. Judge that monster.
I'm just trying to duck away. This gets quite hectic.
You are such a pacifist with these shooter games, bro.
I need ammo. But that's part of the joy of this. It's very competitive when you play online multiplayer. Right. And when you play with friends, I call them Gears and Beers evenings.
Oh, look at you,
so,
man.
like, I have a good Gears and Beers evening.
Yeah, all grown up.
What?
You're crazy, man. You're a cowboy.
And it's just a nice way to spend the time with your mates. And hang out in a very cool social environment and get through this together. It's better than watching a movie.
It's very cool. I like the fact that you were very proud playing a female character and she is kicking butt.
Yeah, she's kicking
very
serious
clearly.
butt. So you can play up to 4 players collectively, 2 players on one console and 4 players online together. Cool. And obviously there's a multiplayer component, which it's so competitive here in South Africa. We've got a lot of guys who love to play.
I was going to ask you, how good do you have to be, you know, after our experiences, looking at the gaming fairs that have been happening and all the big competitions, and, you know, like the StarCraft and Warcraft, these big levels. Now, where do we sit here? How good do you have to be to play online and to really cut it?
You have to be pretty decent. We have a huge culture of guys who play. There's actually a massive tournament that's going on at the moment, the local tournament. If you go to gears-live.co.za, you can actually check out a lot of local guys in the community have got together and set up a tournament. That's how excited they are for this game.
Who will love this game? If I've bought it games this year.
If you've never played Gears of War before, okay, if you've played it, you'll understand what you're getting into, and it's great. It's what I was pleasantly surprised. I actually wasn't expecting much. But if you love action games and you love high-skilled shooters, this is where it all came from. So a lot of these third-person shooters these days that are out to borrow a lot from Gears of War and the mechanics, and they've refined them and created these massive monsters. Check out how hectic this guy is.
I think maybe I'm still a little desensitized or oversensitized from God of War, so I'm struggling to bring myself down from that. What makes this better than Gears of War 3 or the previous editions in your mind?
Definitely not the story. The story is a bit rubbish, to be honest with you. But what they've done with the story to aid the gameplay is very exciting. Okay. So putting those challenges in, it gives it that replay value. Whoa, this guy,
you
damn!
Just got judged. You're being judged. Don't let anyone judge you. Come on.
It adds a lot to the game. And to the replayability of it. And they've added just a few tweaks to it to make it better. So hot swapping your weapons, not needing to select with the direction pad, which makes the gameplay far more fluid.
More intuitive, yeah.
Yes, and when you're playing competitively, those things make a massive difference. So the competitive scene, I think, is actually going to improve a lot. Because it's got more Call of Duty in terms of its control set than it previously has.
I like the side of that.
Listen, look how epic it is. Just look how epic it is.
It really is an awesome game. I had a lot of fun with it this morning. We can give you one of these for the Xbox 360 console. You got to SMS the word. Do you know the secret word today?
I do not know the secret word.
Game to 33728. Game, name, and city to 33728, and we could be letting you judge some of the meanest monsters online. That really is an unbelievable game. Gears of War Judgment has arrived. Good luck with that competition. Dude, this looks like a lot of fun, bro. I'm going to have to take over for a little while.
No.
Well, you guys, come on.
No, you
Come
can't
on.
do this.
Das
I-
wunderbar.
I'm trained.
Wunderbar. Yeah, and standing by to make something that's, well, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it because it's already sugar-coated. Something very, very sweet.